Would you rank Barack Obama out of the last few modern?
I would rank him in the 21st century at the very bottom. Yes, correct.
And I just wanted to ask about your thoughts on Barack Obama. He's like my favorite president of all time. I think he was great for this country. It was really nice to see a beautiful black man in the office. And where would you rank him among like modern U.S. presidents? Where would you put him?
Sorry, I didn't hear the landing.
Like, where would you rank Barack Obama out of the last few modern presidents? Like, for me, he's number one. Like, where would you put him?
I would rank him in the 21st century at the very bottom. Yes, correct. At the beginning of Trump, 15, 16, we were coming off of Obama. And I used to say at that time, I think Obama is a good man, but a bad president, and that Trump is a bad man, but a good president. That's what I thought initially. And I completely had that wrong. I actually think Obama was a bad president, and I genuinely think he was a bad man. I know, sorry, controversial.
Yes, before we proceed with this video, when you look at this guy, you can clearly see that the guy knows the answers already. But because they want to go viral on social media, they will always do this. And I'm very impressed with what Megan actually said on this video. Impressive. There is something more concerning about this whole clip, which I'm going to show you. First, take a look at this.
President. People think President Trump is divisive. Let me walk you back through the Barack Obama years, okay? The first thing he did, was he seized control of 1/7 of the U.S. economy and shoved down our throats Obamacare, which the American people did not want and did not have majority support. It was the first time in our history that it had ever been done, and the country was angry. He lied repeatedly, saying, if you like your doctor, you can keep if you like your plan, you can keep your plan. It was a lie, and he knew it was a lie at the time. I used to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying he was mistaken about his own health care plan, because that's the kind of person I used to be. And then it became clear that he knew it was a lie, because the facts came out he knew it was a lie. So he lied intentionally and took people's doctors away. He got in there and said, elections have consequences. Too bad. I'm doing it. He's the one who injected race into the society at every turn. We never had a president do this before. And not just because he happens to be of mixed race. We never had a president take cases, legal cases, and I was a lawyer, practiced law for 10 years before I went into journalism, take legal cases that are in the news and comment on them in a way that's very provocative and stirs up anger, like the Trayvon Martin case. He's the one who made that a new practice of getting ahead of the evidence and dividing us on that issue. We could be here all night, but those are a couple of...
Watching Obama a few hours ago, Obama had this interview where a question surfaced to him about this topic. Obama boldly said that America is divided. He has never seen this before. I think I actually elaborated on that video. A lot of people did not accept what Obama said. You caused the division. Some says, look at who is talking, who is lecturing us about division. You caused it, now playing this. What Megan said here is just in line with what I've observed with people saying everywhere on social media. A guy coming up to say Obama was my best president. Yeah, if you are liberal, that should be your talking point. Now going into something else, there is this controversy that is surrounding everywhere on social media about Venezuela. This right, some other in these places to take out these bad guys, liberals are bringing a certain hypocrisy surrounding with this. Meghan Kelly said something about Obama. He actually made a mockery of people with his decision, and nobody talked about that. Liberals were not outraged.
We've got some with Obama bragging about how good he was at killing people, and oh, he told you that in your book too. Yeah. Hold on a second. Where is that soundbite, Debbie? I know that one's not on tape, but the Obama drone strike. This is where he was. Shot 7 is where he was joking about how good he was with the Predator drones at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's a joke, but it's based on reality because he really was taking out not just Americans who had no due process with his drones. Here's the joke, and then we'll get to the bigger news you made with him in your book.
The Jonas brothers are here. They're out there somewhere. Sasha and Malia are huge fans, but boys don't get any ideas. I have 2 words for you: predator drones. You will never see it coming.
Okay, so they're perfectly willing to yuck it up. I didn't see like a 6-senator video saying, oh, disobey illegal orders in case you get one to take out the Jonas Brothers. But with you, Mark, he took that joke and made a very serious comment that showed his real feelings about his use of those drones. And what did he say?
Well, he didn't say it directly to me. He said we reported that he said it to his aides. He said, I guess some people. I think that's the quote in Double Down, the sequel to Game Change. And it's American. That's a big difference, right? For the President of the United States, do we owe the same level of due process to people who aren't Americans, who the president says we're at? I don't think so. But for an American to get no due process and have his president, that's quite something. Now, again, might have been justified.
I believe you've seen what Obama did there, making fun of it. But when it concerns Trump, Democrat would take it to another level. That is a problem I have with these people. When it's their person, they are very silent. They are okay. The opposite side, it is the national news. Everybody's talking about that. When you take a look at this crazy set on The View demands FBI Director Kesh and President Trump resign over taking private flight. They also belage about how we are living in a time of misinfo and disinfo, but omit how FBI Director by law are required to use private air travel for security. These talks came as a result of this issue in Venezuela. They were talking about that, how President Trump committed war crimes, things like that. The stories were everywhere. They call out the director of war, like he instructed that you strike a blow with nonsense people, things like that. I don't want to go into the details. Just take a look at it.
When you have clowns running an organization, it becomes a circus, right? Yeah. And so that's really, I think, what's happening here. What we have to understand is that the FBI is a crucial part of our government. It's within the rubric of the Department of Justice. And what they are tasked to do is to protect the United States, our intelligence threats. I work with FBI agents as a federal prosecutor, and it is one of the most important jobs within the Department of Justice. The sources, the fact that you have 115 page report saying that career FBI agents are losing confidence in the agency and are leaving the agency, leaves our country unprotected from domestic and foreign threat. That is how serious this is. And will he leave? I don't think that President Trump will fire him, but I think he should resign. I think he should leave.
So should Trump resign. That doesn't mean you're going to do it.
It doesn't mean he's going to do it. He's just not qualified. Well, he's not qualified. I don't know. And what's interesting to me is on Sunday, Trump was interviewed on Air Force One, I believe, and he said Pete told him he didn't issue the order to kill all the people on board. He said he did not order of those 2 men. That's what President Trump said. Then on Monday, a Department of Defense official says Hegseth had the target engagement authority. And then on Monday evening, you have the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, say it was the Admiral. Yeah. I mean, the lack of accountability from the top is despicable. It's disgusting. Everyone knows when you work in the government, there is a hierarchy. And the problem here is if a war crime was committed, everyone's responsible. Yeah. Pete Hegseth is, Admiral is, whoever Admiral is, pulled the trigger is. It's a horrible thing.
I believe you've seen what they are saying. Cackling The View can't even stop. Crazy, right? Some of these stories that they are trying to put out here just got debunked. Yeah, I've seen articles from the Washington Post debunking some of this info these people are saying here. And Ped recently had a moment during the press conference. Recently, he said the hit pieces these people are putting on him, he can't even stop. He's going to take out some of these bad guys. So what they are saying here is the problem. Thank you guys who has been sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. I'm going to end here as of the short clip that is for the YT algorithm.
Well, so here's.
I at least don't go out and just tell lies.
But you did lie.
Who also
is that you better come at us with facts and truth.
else who's alive and decides that they want to.
Which is going to force the party to spend millions of dollars.
Of the party.
Over 40, he beat Hillary by 41 points.
Right.
And this ain't got nothing to do with color. This ain't got nothing to do with color. It's either God's side or Satan's side.
Politic. Even get an off.
If the Democrats...
Because how many times somebody asks?
4.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
He's blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Right.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all like.
To have a television show.
To spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
Said that he doesn't.
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
I mentioned last night Trump was bragging about. We're surprised to see Darth Renner.
Between now...
60 minutes for editing.
Listen, folks, at this point, you can tell that there is some type of psychotic